Welcome to episode 38 of G Money and
The Godmother.
this is an interesting episode. Why? Because we don't have anyone in that seat, Renee.
On purpose.
On purpose, yes. You know, we do these podcasts, these shows, and we talk to business owners a little bit about their business to highlight them. We talk a little bit about ways that they've gotten ahead with the view of perhaps helping other entrepreneurs out there who are either just starting out in their business or veterans of business just looking to get better and better. But what we never seem to talk about is actually our business and what we do and how we do it and why it's relevant. And so today we wanted to talk with you a little bit about BarterSaves and maybe the top 4 or 5 benefits of actually partnering with our company. Is that right, baby?
That is right. And barter is actually America's best kept secret.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know, I've seen stats all over the internet, varying stats. One I saw that said something around the barter economy is like an $800 billion industry, which is amazing if you think about it. Because look, let's face it, barter is not exchanging chickens for horses anymore, right? It's actually run much like an online banking system would be run, but it's not really money.
It's just an alternate financing method. There's cash, there's credit card, and there's barter. Everything's dollar for dollar. So for businesses to have the opportunity to have an extra revenue stream is a no-brainer. Talking about the top 5 reasons why every business should barter, I would say the number one reason is we bring your business more business, which means more customers, more revenue. And by doing so, that actually puts cash back in your pocket.
Yeah, it puts cash back in your pocket because you're actually saving the cash that you otherwise would have spent because you're leveraging what's called barter dollars or trade dollars within the exchange to maybe offset some of your operating expenses, right? If you're a restaurant, maybe you have to do pest control services once a month. So you can save your cash that you're typically spending on that and use the trade dollars for that. And then what happens is in the context of the exchange, we bring customers that offset what you actually spend in trade dollars. And that's fundamentally what the service is. So totally agree. That would be number 1. What would be the next one?
I would say that it brings all businesses a competitive advantage. And what I mean by that is by having this extra revenue stream and saving your cash, you can use the barter that you accrue on things to enhance your business. For example, advertising. Use your barter dollars to advertise to bring you cash customers. It's genius. We have many of our clients that do that, and it actually makes them more cash throughout the year. And advertising is a tax write-off. So to spend it in the cash world, the barter world, it doesn't matter. It's still a tax write-off.
Yeah, and if it's used for the business, definitely talk with your accountant on how you can write what off appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
We're not financial advisors in that respect, but generally speaking, if it is
Works
used for the
just like
business,
cash.
it works like cash. You should have at least an opportunity to write certain things off.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to advertising, no doubt about it. I mean, today we have dozens of media companies, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we've seen the net effect on people who leverage the exchange exactly for that, whether it be building a new website, right? Because all the eyeballs are online, whether it be something to manage your social media profile, whether it be traditional print advertising. Believe it or not, print actually still works in certain pockets, right? You just have to be able to pick the right ones.
Promotional items, vehicle wraps, signage, all these things that can make your business look better, you could do with barter.
No doubt. Number 3, what would you say that one is, sweetie?
I would say the third benefit is cash referrals. I will give you a couple different examples. We have a landscaper in the group. He has done landscaping for another member. When his friends saw the property and said, "Oh my God, who did your landscaping?" Guess what happened? He told him about the barter member, and that barter member got a $7,500 cash job. That's one of the many reasons why if you do good work for people, you will get referrals.
No doubt about it. And I think, you also got to be aware of putting yourself out there in terms of requesting referrals. We had on episode 37 Pristine Detailing, who feels a little bashful about asking for referrals, but there's a way to do it. And his way was creating something, maybe a leave behind, saying, hey, if you essentially like my service, let your friends know, right? But there's other subtle ways to do things. For example, you're a landscaper and you're out there doing a barter job for one of the other members. Put a little sign on the street while you're doing the job, because guess what? All the neighbors in the neighborhood are driving down the street say, oh, you know what? G Money trusts these landscapers and I need a landscaper. Maybe I'll call them, right? Guerrilla market yourself for the purpose of getting cash referrals, but be very smart about how you do it. Number 4, I guess we should move on to that one. What's another way that businesses can benefit leveraging a barter exchange?
Well, like we kind of mentioned it in number 1 by saying we bring you more business, but what number 4 is we save you cash. We save a lot of cash. Now, there's certain things that everybody needs. Every person needs, every business needs, whether it's food, whether it's accounting, whether it's a website. When we have members tell me, oh, I'm, with this one website company and I pay $250 a month for my website in cash. I'm like, oh, well, you don't have to do that. Put that cash back in your pocket. We work with some of the area's best website companies. Save your cash. When you go out to eat, and we have a family of a lot, 8. You can imagine the bill being tremendous, but when you go out to a restaurant, as opposed to spending $100 cash, imagine spending 10% of that. It's unbelievable. $10 for a $100 meal. It's a no-brainer.
I'll tell you what, there's a reason why the rich get richer, right? And one of the reasons that happens is because they're wise enough to look at tracks of revenue and what's profitable revenue to their businesses, at least the smart ones do. And what Barter is and what BarterSaves is a platform that allows the small business owner to have a little bit of leverage that it otherwise wouldn't have, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, just what we were talking about last night. We have a couple Barter members that really take advantage of home improvement projects, and we have one member right now that's saving over $150,000 on a home improvement. So think about that. He is increasing the value, the cash value of his home and using his barter. Some of the smartest business owners I know are part of this organization, and the most successful ones. And for the business owners that are like, oh, I don't know how to spend my barter, or, I'm not going to switch who does my dentist, or I won't switch who does, this or that, and they're very closed-minded, then they're really holding themselves back from success.
It's an interesting objection, because I also hear, I don't want to, I go to the same hairdresser. I trust my pest control guy. Look, we're not trying to replace established relationships. We actually want you to keep those, right? But it's really about taking what this platform can offer and look at the ways it can be used within the context of your business or your personal life, or really a combination of the both, right? It's not about ripping and replacing established relationships. It's about giving you more options and more ways to save the cash that you're already spending. I think the 5th one, to me, I think the 5th one, and it kind of brings it full circle, is it's just fun and addicting, right?
It is addicting, yeah.
It's addicting because, you know what? Once you start to see and feel the benefits of what this platform can actually give you, you start to say, well, wait a second, wow, I can actually do more with the cash that I'm generating within, my business. And, because let's face it, all of us live in a cash world too. And I can live maybe a life that I otherwise wouldn't have splurged on, for example.
It's getting value for your unused time and your unused inventory. For example, if you're a restaurant and you have a table that's not full, your waitress or waiter is missing out on tips for the night. Your food could go bad. So having unused tables, unused room, inventory that's not selling, these are all things that BarterSaves can help you with.
Yeah, it's costing you money by having those empty tables, or it's costing you money to have that 1 hour open time slot between appointments. It's costing you money because electric still needs to get paid. If you have a retail store, the rent still needs to get paid. You can keep going on down the list, right? But it really applies to everyone who's in business. I think let's keep it at those top 5. I mean, I could keep rattling on more and more. This is really interesting. I hope that the audience finds it as interesting. join up. Give us a call, and we'll include the phone number at the bottom of this as well.
Yeah, in summary, make friends, get cash referrals, save cash, get an extra revenue stream. It's really, there's all perks.
Yeah,
And
all
we could be
upside,
your personal concierge with helping you achieve whatever your goals are.
no doubt about it. So give us a call. Look forward to working with you